Embry gang, welcome to Hot Takes. This is the series where I basically make a video reacting to y'all's questions and hot takes. Hey, what's good, y'all? Future Frank here. I forgot to tell y'all to please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, all that good stuff. And also, we just dropped a new music video. Me, Charlie Farley, Corey Tester. It's over on Charlie Farley's channel. So if you rock with me, please go over to Charlie's channel and show that some love. Embry gang, I love y'all. We got a bunch today, so I ain't gonna waste no time. We're just gonna get into it. How did you know it was time to come out? I know I have flow, just born, I guess, a little shy. So I'm guessing you're asking me what made me decide to be an artist. The truth is, I never really wanted to be an artist. The only reason I really became an artist was to promote like my beat making and videography, like in content creation. That's really the only reason I ever even became an artist. You know, I was thinking that if I was rapping on my beats and I was shooting my own videos and I was doing all this, like other artists would see it and want to hire me to make their beats or shoot their videos. So really the reason I became an artist was just to promote the stuff that I did behind the scenes. And I felt like if I was going to do that for free to promote myself, I was going to do it for me. How long have you been in the music industry and what keeps you thriving and doing it? Asking for myself. I started in 1999. I'd say I've been doing it professionally since 2001 maybe. So a long time, almost 25 years. Really what keeps me going is the love for it. Like, I really don't know what else I'd be doing if I wasn't making music or creating content. Like, I've never been the type to quote unquote work a real job. I've always had like more of a entrepreneurial. I've always been like more of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurial. I've always kind of been more of an entrepreneur. That's really what keeps me going. Really the love for it and the fact that, I don't want to get a real job. I mean, I guess that's the best way to put it. The thing with this business is there's always ups and downs. There's always going to be highs and lows. I live by the motto, you can't fail if you don't quit. The only failures are the ones that quit. So that's really what keeps me going. All right, here we go. This one's a hot take. George Strait is not the king of country music, and 90s country was the gateway drug to modern day pop country. Woo! Those opinions usually get people fired up. I could see that getting people fired up. I like George Strait. I got no opinion on whether or not he's the king of country. Just like T.I. claiming to be the king of the South. 90s country, the gateway drug to modern day pop country. Now, I do think you have something there. Because I feel like Garth Brooks is definitely the gateway to modern day pop country. What people got to realize is record labels are a business. If pop country wasn't selling, they wouldn't be making it. That's why they make pop country. If that stuff wasn't working, the record labels wouldn't be putting money behind it. This is a business. If country fans want more traditional country, then they'll stop listening to pop country and they'll start listening to traditional country. Y'all decide on what these record labels put out because y'all have all the power. It's what y'all buy. If you go back to the 80s when hair bands was all the rage, you want to know why hair bands died? Is because y'all decided y'all wanted grunge. If you don't want pop country, you're going to have to usher in the grunge era of country music. That's up to y'all. These suits in Nashville or wherever, they are going to put out what y'all buy. So at the end of the day, you guys have the power. Who is your favorite musician? Tupac Shakur. He's my favorite rapper. As far as like musician, as someone that plays instruments, I would say Dr. Dre. Tupac Shakur and Dr. Dre, Pimp C. There's so many musicians that I love that have inspired me. So it's just hard to say. And it really depends on the day. Big Crit. Damn, I love Big Crit. But I will say that Tupac Shakur is my favorite rapper and my favorite artist. So yeah, we'll just go with Tupac. Kind of curious how you feel about the upcoming iHeartRadio Awards after the Grammy fiasco. I know it's all ugly, but do you think these awards are more legit than the Grammys? I think anything that is decided by the fans is more legit than the Grammys. What you got to understand is the people that vote for the Grammys are all industry insiders and stuff. That's who votes for the Grammys, and it's all politics at that point. As far as the iHeartRadio Awards, I mean, I believe those are fan decided. So yeah, I would say that those are a little bit more legit if an artist is actually pushing for it, because even with fan decided awards, like the artist has to like tell y'all about the award show, give you the link so you can go vote for them, etc. Even then, there's a little bit of politicking and campaigning to win those awards. I don't put too much stock in awards. Like, my goal isn't to win a Grammy or even an iHeartRadio award. My goal is to make good music and to build a community of people, of like-minded people, and hopefully inspire some people to chase their dreams. I know it looks good. In this business, perception is reality. So if you're nominated for awards, it looks good. But me personally, I don't put much stock in them. I was nominated for the Southern Entertainment Awards back in 2009. I was nominated Producer of the Year because I campaigned and pushed for it. I just don't have time to do the campaigning anymore. Any time that I spend campaigning is time that I'm taking away from producing and writing and recording new music or making new content and whatnot. So I just don't put much stock in any awards, but I do feel like anything that's fan voted is more legit. Would love to see you team up with Minithin and do some work. I don't even know if Minithin's still doing any music. I haven't seen anything from him in a good while. I used to be friends with him on Facebook, but I don't know. I guess he deleted me for some reason. I don't know. I probably made a post that pissed him off or something. I tend to do that at times. What can I say? I have no filter. I say what I think. Here's the thing. Like, with music, with me, it comes down to vibes. If the vibes are good and we can create some dope shit, I'm down to work with anybody. But it comes down to the vibes at the end of the day. Out of everything you've done in your life besides music, what do you consider your biggest blessing and achievement? My biggest achievement would be my sobriety. We're in year 3 of my sobriety. So that's without a doubt my biggest achievement. My biggest blessing is my wife. If you've been following me, say, before 2019, then you know how much she came into my life and changed it, how different of a person I am now than I was back then. I mean, I'm still a little ratchet. I'm still a little ratchet, still a little rough around the edges, and I still curse a lot. But if you knew me before 2019, then you know how much I've probably changed and how much of a blessing she's been on my life. So without a doubt, it's my wife. Between Michael Jackson, Dr. Dre, Prince, Creed, what's your favorite Super Bowl halftime show and why is it Creed? I don't even remember Creed playing the halftime show. Me personally, my favorite was Dr. Dre because that music is the music I grew up on, and that music speaks to me. But musicianship wise, just as a music fan, I think the greatest halftime show of all time was Prince. I think the greatest halftime show of all time was Prince. I just related more to Dr. Dre's because that's the music I kind of grew up on. What names do you see at the top of the genre in the next 5 to 10 years? That's a good question. And it's hard for me to say. A lot of these new kids that are coming in, I don't know them personally. So it's hard to say who's going to be at the top of the genre without knowing them, because I can't co-sign their character. I don't know if they're if they're egotistical or they're humble. You know what I'm saying? This is what I can tell you. Anybody coming in to the genre and you want to climb the ladder, stay humble, stay hungry, control your ego. Pride and ego will close more doors than you can open. I've just seen it time and time again. I've seen artists that I thought were going to be huge just trick it all off. So it's hard to say who's going to be the names in the next 5 to 10 years. I can tell you one thing: if you work hard, you stay at it, and you don't quit, it could be you. You got to put the work in, stay humble, network, keep that pride and ego in check, because that'll fuck it up every time. I swear to God. My opinion is let it go. No more hating on each other, not directed towards you. I agree. All the hating and fighting and bickering, and like I said, it comes down to pride and ego, man. A lot of people need to just check their fucking ego and worry about themselves and stop worrying about what the next man's doing. Stop focusing on what this guy over here is doing or this guy over here. Just run your race and make music for your people. It is what it is. Like I've said time and time again, drama sells, and motherfuckers think that they need that drama to get attention. What advice would you give to a female artist new to the music world? So this is the advice I'd give to any artist, male or female. If you're doing this for money, if you're doing this to get rich quick, find something else to do, because this is not the business that you get rich quick in. That's like hitting the lottery. If you're doing this for love, remember that. Remember why you're doing this. This is, you do this because you love to do it. And you stay at it and you work and you practice and you keep going and you never quit. There's no telling what can happen. I will tell you this from experience. If you start getting caught up in the numbers and you start getting caught up in the views and this, that, and the other, it can lead to toxic behavior. You know what I'm saying? I speak from experience, man. Like, it can lead to real toxic behavior, jealousy, envy. One of my favorite quotes is, "Comparison is the killer of joy." Like I said time and time again, pride and ego is the downfall of a lot of artists, because a lot of artists will look at this artist over here and they're doing millions and millions of streams, but this artist over here who's might be doing thousands is like, I'm better than this guy. And that's where the envy and jealousy and hate start pulling, this artist that's only doing thousands starts pulling them down. You can't let that happen. You just got to focus on you. Don't focus on the other people. Don't focus on the other artists. Just focus on you and run your race, and everything will work out and be okay if you're doing it for love. If you're doing it for money, it's probably not going to work out. So that's the advice I would give. Man, I love doing these videos for y'all. I love reacting to y'all's comments. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate all the support. Much love, y'all.